Hey, you guys. It's Esme West from Healing from the Heart Holistic Center and esmewest.com. And I just wanted to pop in tonight with, I guess, more than anything else, a little bit of a rant. Um, I don't even know where to start. And I'm going to try and keep this fairly brief, although I could probably go on for hours, but I won't do that to y'all. Um, People talk to me all the time about manifestation and the law of attraction, um, creating your own reality, thoughts becoming things. And recently, I ran into a dear friend in a store close by, and we got to talking about current events. I should say, he got to talking about current events. And I really was not aware of what he was going on. And then the subject of politics came up. Hey, everybody. Nice to see you all. The subject of politics came up, and I was like, yeah, I just don't pay any attention to that. And this is someone that I love dearly and have for many, many years. But we see the world from two very different perspectives. Years ago, I probably would have been right on board with everything that he was saying, but I don't live there anymore. And I have come to realize that we really do have the power to create our own reality. And he was like, well, what about this? And what about that? And, what do you think about that? And I was like, actually, I don't think about it at all, because I know that energy flows where attention goes. And so I don't choose to send my energy, my creative force, to things that I don't want to be creating. I'm a certified infinite possibilities trainer, and Mike Dooley is infamous for saying thoughts become things. And they really do. The things that we think about, the things that we send, our creative energy, our cosmic connection to source, our inner being, when we channel that energy by looking at, focusing on, talking about, beating the drum of things that are not pleasing to us, many of us, without realizing it, are sending those things creative energy. We are lending our cosmic force, our energy, our life force to the furthering of those things, to the expansion of those things, by virtue of the fact that that's where we're sending our creative energy. So today I choose not to do that. And people will say to me all the time, exactly what we think about, we bring about, Mindy. And like I said before, where attention goes, energy flows. So I would rather send my attention, my creative force, my cosmic power to things that I want to create in my life, the things that I want to expand and make more of in my life. And because I know that my thoughts and your thoughts truly do become things, I want those thoughts to be creating things that I do want, rather than attracting and manifesting things that I don't want. Our thoughts are going to become things, wanted or not. A thought held for as little as 18 seconds gets a creative, excuse me, gets the creative forces going. A thought held for as little as 68 seconds, the universe has already started paying attention and begun to gather experiences, things that are going to match that vibration. So let me give you an example. If I let myself get all wound up in politics, for instance, and hello, there's probably a lot to get wound up therein. If I let myself get all wound up about that, and maybe I'm not actually trying to particularly manifest anything, but that's where my thought processes are. I feel tension in my body. I feel anger. I feel distress. By virtue of the law of attraction, the universe has no choice but to meet me at my point of vibrational attraction. And so what can I expect to receive? Pardon my language, but more things to bitch about, more things to complain about, more things to feel angry, upset, railing at injustice. I choose not to do that anymore. And my friend, when we were having this brief conversation in a local store, said to me, well, what do you think about, and I said, things that make me happy, things that I love, which is pretty much everything, people that I love, which is pretty much everyone. That's where I tend to send my focus. That's what I look at. That's what I think about. That's where I send my creative energy. And his response was, well, you're going to have to come back to reality sooner or later. Really? That gets me to the point of this whole live broadcast. That is my reality. Goodness, light, love, positivity, wonderful things happening, wonderful things manifesting in my life, wonderful things manifesting in the lives of people I love and care about. That is my reality. I tell people all the time when they're like, well, you better do this because this might happen, or, you better do this because this might happen, and you want to protect yourself against that, and blah, 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 on and on. And I just don't live there. Anyone, and I see that there are quite a few of you here who do know me fairly well or really well. You know that I am always saying I live, walk, and breathe inside of a beautiful golden bubble of light. And that truly is my reality. Bad things don't happen to me. I don't meet bad people. I don't have bad experiences because that's not where I send my attention. And people will be like, well, this happened. Okay. Prime example here. I just bought my house last week. It was actually a week ago yesterday that I closed on it. And 48 hours after the closing, a major plumbing problem developed. Well, it didn't develop. It's probably been ongoing for a while. I've been renting in this space for 4 years. So I'm well acquainted with every little idiosyncrasy that the building has. And people are like, oh, I thought you said bad things never happened to you. Well, excuse me. That depends on how you want to look at it. I could look at it and go, oh my God, welcome to home ownership. I just took possession, 48 hours ago as the owner of this home, and now this. Or I could look at it and go, oh, I am so grateful that this problem that's been accumulating for a while happened now, because I live in extreme northern Vermont. And the last thing you want in Vermont is major plumbing problems in the middle of winter. So I had gratitude for the fact that it happened now. I had gratitude for the fact that it happened while I was here and able to deal with it, because I'm planning on doing quite a bit of traveling this summer and, late summer and early fall. So from my perspective, this was a blessing from the universe. Could have happened anytime. It happened right now where I have the resources to take care of it. It happened right now where it could be easily addressed without having to battle sub-zero, 20, 30, 40 below temperatures, which would have been a nightmare for everyone. So do I see it as something bad happening? No, I see it as an opportunity to resolve a situation that was eventually going to need my attention when it was most optimal to be resolved. So that's what I mean by a golden bubble of light, because there's always a positive to balance out what could be perceived as negative. And I always, 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 always have a choice on how I choose to react to anything that comes into my life. I posted a meme not that long ago in my daily power thoughts that said, I never lose. I either win or I learn. So how could there be anything negative in my life when I live from that perspective? Everything is either a win, an opportunity, a stepping stone to growth, to progress, to something better, or I learn. And I'm always grateful for learning, even if it was a lesson I didn't think that I wanted to learn. I'm still grateful for the opportunity to learn, to grow, and expand. So I just wanted to jump in tonight and share with everyone that, you know, the memes that we post and all the positivity and all the wonderful things that we talk about in the universe, to me, and I hope to you, they're not just pie in the sky ideals. They're not just, you know, things that we say. They're not just colloquialisms. They're not just cliche. Not to me. They're absolute truth. The universe is good. People are good. People are loving and kind. Despite what the media would like to tell us, people are generally good-hearted, good-natured, kind, and loving. And if for whatever reason they are not, I can have compassion for that too, for a couple of reasons. I was one of those people in my woundedness and my brokenness before I started healing. I definitely was one of those people. The other thing is I look at people who behave in ways that, you know, most of us would say, well, that's not cool. That's not okay to treat people like that. That's not. And I have to remember. And when I do remember, I am able to forgive and I'm able to have compassion because I know that hurt people hurt people. So what is there in their past? What is there in their life experience that hurt them and wounded them so badly and so deeply that the only way that they can find relief from that pain is by hurting others? I can't have hatred in a situation like that. Only love, only compassion, and only hope that they will have an opportunity to find healing. So, you know, like I said, I'm not going to keep you all too long. I just wanted to jump in and let you know how really and truly passionate I am about the things that we post in the Highest Vibe Tribe, and all of the things that I write. When I say that I love you all, I truly mean it from the bottom of my heart, because I know that we are one. We are all one. There is no separation. Separation is an illusion designed to keep us apart, designed to create strife, designed to keep the matrix intact and flowing. Because when we all realize that we truly are one, that there is only one of us, that we are source energy expressing itself in 7 billion different ways on this planet, experiencing itself through us in 7 billion different ways on this planet, and we begin to erode those lines of division and separation and segregation and bigotry and hatred. See, I do know these things exist. I just choose not to send my energy there. Once we come to the place where more and more of us are aware that there is only one of us, and that we are all truly one, and we are one with the planet that we inhabit, and we are one with every creeping thing and crawling thing and swimming thing and flying thing and the four-leggeds and the earth itself and the plants and the rocks and the trees. And it's happening. People, it is happening. I see it every day around me because that's what I choose to look at. I see the beauty. I see the goodness. I see the planet in all of its majesty and glory. I see the animals. I see each and every one of you and the love that you show for one another here. And I'm filled with gratitude and I'm filled with hope. So I just want to encourage you all, really and truly, thoughts become things. Energy flows where attention goes. Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say, I think he actually wrote a book by the same title, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. I want to encourage all of you to look for the good, look for the beautiful, look for the love, look for the light, look for the God or the goddess, the creator, source in everything that you see. I promise you, it's there. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight and listening to my little rant. So when will I come back to reality? This is my reality, and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for all of you. Have a wonderful evening and a blessed weekend. Namaste.